Hey guys, it's Brooklyn Goddess K, and we are doing a Goddess Pick-a-Pile reading today. The theme of our reading is shadow work. For those who do not know, shadow work is how we deal with unresolved trauma in our life, whether it is conscious or subconscious, and we work through it so that we are able to progress forward, heal some wounds, and reach our highest, our highest possibilities. Our highest form, our highest good. Like I did the last pick-a-pile reading, each pile has its own specific reading, its own individual reading. So if you are watching this, this is for pile 3. Before I get into the reading, I just want to mention that all of my information will be found in the description below. That goes for my tip jar, my social media handles, the decks that I'm using, and my email for personal readings, which I will be opening at the end of this week. You will also find in the description a breakdown of each stone, how you can connect further to the stone, and any other information I find helpful. If the reading resonates, please let me know. I love hearing when things resonate. If it doesn't, let it fly, and hopefully in the next video, there is a message for you. I am going to give you a little breakdown of the stones. I'm going to read the empowerment oracles and the tarot cards. The decks I'm using today is the Enchanted Blossom Empowerment Oracle and the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. I'm going to give a pause for a minute so that you can look at the piles again to make sure that the pile is for you. If the pile you watched the reading for does not resonate, come back to the beginning of the video, sit, choose a pile, and then go to the pile video that resonates for you. And without further ado, let's get into it. Here's your second to look at the piles, and then we will get into the reading. Okay, let's begin. So, like I said before, this is a video for pile 3. If you are not pile 3, abort reading now. So, for pile 3, I used clear quartz. Clear quartz is a master stone. I feel if any of you are interested in, please excuse the looking, that is my dog in the background. If any of you are interested in getting into crystals, I recommend starting off with a clear quartz. Clear quartz hits all of our chakras. It gives us a sense of peace. It amplifies whatever stone you put next to it, so it just charges up that energy, and it, like I said, it gives us that sense of peace, and it really brings us home. So I'm feeling for a lot of you in this pile, it's about finding that inner peace, finding that inner home. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to get into the reading. 1 second. Venus, please stop. Okay. Thank you, guys. So our first empowerment oracle, okay, and I'm loving this. We got white on the card. Our stone is white. The other 2 readings, the colors of the butterflies and flowers on the card match the stones. So our first card is hope. Our second empower oracle is prosperity. Okay. Our first tarot card is the Magician. A lot of you have to do self-work on how you perceive yourself, how you view your personal power, how you create for yourself. The reverse Queen of Wands, just like that confidence, that sense of self. Maybe you had someone who was very overbearing and manipulative in your life you need to forgive. Maybe you are overbearing and manipulative and you need to find ways not to manipulate others. The Four of Wands, so how you communicate, how you support others, how others support you. Like I said, creating that inner peace, that home life. That Four of Wands is always most definitely that home. You see, they're building a home together. That support system, that celebration, the things that make you feel comfortable and trusting to express yourself. And our last card is the World. So endings, completions, cycles. So many of you make up and break up with your mothers a lot. So, excuse me. Know that those things can be resolved, but they will be resolved once you realize that your mother is human and that you cannot make her into anything else. And you cannot blame her for the lack of support that she gave you. You can be upset about it. You can express that to her. But that support you were searching for in your childhood, that support that you're searching for in your adulthood, it may not come from her, and you have to resolve that wound. Sometimes our parents can only give us as much as they can give themselves. And they can only give us what they've experienced for themselves. You have to remember that our parents are human, and just like us, our parents are figuring it out. Oh, that was just straight truth. I don't even know if I have any other messages. I'm going to keep looking. Many of you do not have the confidence to complete things. Many of times you have put your efforts into something, and when it's gotten to the end, you did not receive the reward that you were desiring, and that has dwindled your confidence as time has gone on. So you need to resolve your wound into with rejection. You relate a lot to Paul 1. To resolve your wound with rejection, confidence, how you view yourself, how others view you. And like I keep mentioning, you do not need to deceive others to be in power. Many of you probably only saw deceiving others, manipulating others, getting your way as a way to make sure that you remain in control. And you were so willing to remain in control that you've ended a lot of withstanding or heavy, not heavy, but secure, right? Real ride or die relationships, because you needed to have the upper hand and you cheated yourself out of something and you didn't even realize that because you were operating from older wounds. You have to be more comfortable with endings because you can always create something new. Endings means the possibility for beginnings. Life is continuous. Everything is endless. One door closes so another one can open. Okay. I'm trying to see if I get anything else for this group. These pick-up piles have been, I will mention, just very straightforward. With the colors in your empowerment oracles, which I will mention, that white, that's again, that sense of peace keeps coming to me. That white is your crown chakra. So that's your connection to spirit, connection to the higher, connection to yourself, connection to one's inner voice, complete inner voice. So you need to work on creating that sense of peace, especially because, especially if you moved around a lot, or like you stayed at a lot of different people's houses growing up, like you were always basically couch surfing or something, or your mom made you move every 3 months, or like your parents had to move all the time for work. You want to make sure that you learn that the first home starts with yourself. That sense of security, that sense of support starts with yourself, and you can give it to yourself no matter how much you doubt you think you can. A lot of you you express yourself and people twist and tie your words. When they do that, let it go. Do not argue to deaf ears. If they want to twist up your words, if they want to make your words into something they're not, let it go. Do not let anyone hinder you from going after what you desire, because they were, I love it, they were committed to misunderstanding you. Okay. You need to just work on for this being secure in yourself. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to get into our empowerment oracles. And yeah. Like I said, your empowerment oracle is hope. I'm going to read the flower and butterfly that comes with the card, the little excerpt, and the question that comes with it, and prosperity. Okay. Hope. The flower is hawthorn and the butterfly is the black veined white. Native to Europe, Northwest Africa, and Western Asia, hawthorn is as widespread as the folklore that surrounds it. Sacred to the fairy folk and a symbol of hope, it is considered ill luck to cut branches or pluck flowers from a hawthorn, as it upsets the fairies living in the tree. Despite this, both the flowers and berries were used in jellies and wines. Hawthorn flowers were used in Greek weddings as vampire stakes by the people of Syria and Croatia. Oh, I'm sorry, I was not expecting that. So, like I said, that just made something pop in my head. Those who are committed to manipulating you, in spiritualism, or in, some people like to say, energy vampires. Energy vampires, people latching on to you for what you give, you latching on to others because you need their energy to feel good. You want to make sure that you're not doing that. Okay, you're not linking yourself onto others because you want to feel supported. Okay, I'm gonna continue now. Current studies are looking at hawthorn's use in treating chronic heart failure and cardiovascular disease. No matter how dark your path might get, hope will get you through. Hope is knowing the challenges you are working through will resolve for a greater good, and all that difficulties you face will be worth it. Hope is the light at the end of the tunnel and the reason we keep doing what we do. Hope inspires action, and sometimes it may be the only thing that keeps us moving. Trust that the universe wants you to be happy and to work towards your joys, even in the worst of times. Hold the knowledge in your heart that you will reach your goal and the world will be better for it. Your question is, in what ways do I carry hope in my heart? Okay. Your next card is prosperity. Okay. Your flower is the alum, and your butterfly is the Brazilian swallowtail. Related to the onion and garlic, alum was one of the earliest cultivated crops. The Egyptians were among the first to document onion harvesting, but peoples of the ancient world have been doing so for generations. In the mid-19th century, alum was explicitly cultivated as an ornamental bulb for gardens. In the short time, gardeners have created a fantastic array of flowers, and alum can now be planted in a wide range of colors and sizes. Their large, round flower heads can grow up to 10 inches in diameter. We tend to think of prosperity as an end goal. For most people, being prosperous means to be rich or to have everything that they've always wanted. However, this is not always the case. This card is asking you to work towards creating a life that is full of richness. Grow yourself, your friendships, and experiences to make each year better than the last. Yearn to do better or to do more, not necessarily monetarily, but in ways that will serve others and make you happy. Learn, grow, and do things that will improve your world. If something doesn't work, don't just give up. Failure is a lesson that helps us grow faster. Prosperity comes from consistently moving toward bigger and better things. Like I said, creating that home inside yourself, giving that support to yourself. Your question is, am I prospering in life? And your second question is, what can I do to increase my prosperity and the prosperity of those around me? I'm going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone for tuning into this reading. Like always, all of the information you need will be left in the description. If it resonates, please let me know. If it doesn't, let it fly. And I hope you can find a message in the next reading, next video, all that good stuff. And like always, much love and abundance. And I will talk to you guys later.